Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Facebook Live. It's Carissa and Tineke, and we're both best life coaches for the Best Life Creation Society. And, you know, it's so fun to have you here, Carissa. She is amazing. She is kind. She is funny. She is so loving and caring and very inspiring. And, she has a sweet, um, personality, but at the same time, people yesterday she catch this huge catfish, right, Carissa?
I did. Yes, I caught the biggest catfish I've ever had. It was
Wow.
4.8 pounds and about 2 feet long or 24, 25 inches. It was pretty big. It was really fun. It took
It
two of us to get it
is.
in.
Really? Wow. So, well, some people say don't let your eyes deceive you. So, you are, well, actually, you are such a kind, loving person, Carissa. And it's so fun to have you here. And you're so creative and it's well, we actually met live. You're in the States, I'm
Yes.
in Europe, but a few weeks ago we met live, and that was so fun to meet you very for the very first time live.
It was amazing. Yes, we met in Denver at the
Mm-hmm.
Align and Shine event, which was so fun.
Right. And can you share a little bit about that event and what you got out of it?
Oh my gosh. Well,
Ooh.
the event was so amazing. I mean, anything we do with Best Life is so fun anyway. We just
Mm-hmm.
always have fun together, and I love it. And everything we do always is so expansive, and we expand on everything. It's just really fun. I just love being a part of Best Life, and I have been for the past 2.5, 3 years. I'm not really sure how long it's been, but the event was so amazing, and seeing Abraham was amazing. And I've been
And by Abraham, you mean Abraham Hicks, right?
Abraham Hicks. Yes, Abraham Hicks.
Yes.
Um, and a lot of the information about the law of attraction comes out of
Mm.
Abraham's teachings, Abraham Hicks' teachings. So it was so much more than I could have ever wanted with the Line and Shine event and Abraham Hicks all together. It was just so fun, so amazing, so expansive. And some of the stuff I thought about talking about today actually comes out of some realizations from that.
Oh, we love it. What do you want to talk about today?
Oh, well, there's so many different things that we could talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So many different things. And, Carissa, just think about it, let it flow. And let me address our viewers because there
Yeah.
are many, many on. I see Dave, I see Mary, I see Jen, I see Espen.
Hello.
And I see Tracy and so many more. It's such a joy that you're all here together with all of us, with all of us and with you, Carissa. And it's Carissa, it's so fun that, you know, um, well, this is such an expanding family, you know, from all over the globe, people are watching this Facebook Live. Isn't that fun? And it's such a joy. So if you have comments for Carissa or questions or whatever you feel like sharing, please add your comments in the post below. And we love it because we're growing and expanding together, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the fun of it.
So, yes, it is. So, it's awesome. And people, when you may hear some noise, I just found out that, uh, the airplanes. remind Carissa daily to fly high, to feel free and to fly. So when you hear some noise, it's just an airplane that flies over her house.
Yep, just little
Yeah.
airplanes flying over my house every day.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's a reminder, like you said, to fly high and keep our vibration high and feel good. It feels good to fly, doesn't it? It feels good to be able to just
Oh,
soar through
yeah.
the air.
So
So
fun.
free, you know.
Yeah.
That's how we love to be.
So awesome. So, Carissa, um, what do you love to talk about today?
Well, there's a couple things I would love to talk about today. There was something that really struck me and stuck with me out of the Abraham Hicks workshop that we talked about that we went to as part of our Line and Shine event in Denver earlier
Mm-hmm.
this year. There's one thing that really stuck with me. It was they talked about how everything in our life could be considered like a stick. So we think about we have a career stick and we have a family stick and relationship stick and we have a stick for everything in our life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they talked about how, if you pick up a stick and it doesn't
Yeah.
feel very good, maybe think about putting that stick down and picking up a stick that does feel good. So think about one
Mm-hmm.
example they gave is if petting your cat feels really good. I have a cat who I love. Her name is Judy. And when you're with your pet and you're petting them, it feels so good and so relaxing, and you're enjoying just being with that little adorable cat, and you can see their little whiskers,
Mm-hmm.
and they're so sweet. And so you're activating the highest, most appreciative, love-filled part of that stick,
Mm.
right? And so when you're activating
Right.
that side of the stick, there's no activation on the negative part of the stick at all. It's just that loving, wonderful, appreciative part of the stick. So what that does is by activating that part of that one stick, it activates that loving, appreciative, wonderful side of every other stick in your life. So you're activating the positive side of
Mm-hmm.
the relationship stick, the positive side of the money stick, every single stick, every single piece of your life is now activated in that high vibration, that wonderful vibration, that vibration that allows you to receive more of those good and wonderful feelings. And so that's kind of one of the things that really stuck with me is I can activate all of the wonderful things that I want and start to receive them in a beautiful, wonderful way
Mm-hmm.
just by feeling good, just by enjoying one thing. Those moments of enjoyment really open me up to receiving all the good, wonderful things that I've already co-created for myself, all the things that I've been wanting. And isn't that really fun? And it's really fun to see that when that starts to happen too. I've kind of really embraced that teaching that I picked up and did.
Wow, that's so awesome. And um, Carissa Jen says, your energy is so amazing, Carissa. And congratulations on your catfish catch. Oh, that's
Oh,
so
thank you, Jen.
fun. And Espen says, oh, I love your stick story, Carissa. Beautiful sharing. I so
Hi,
agree.
Esther.
And Carissa, it's such a joy to listen to you because you have such, well, don't you agree, viewers? Carissa has such a flowing way of expressing herself. It's just when you talk about your cat, Carissa. Um, you know, we can see the hairs and the shape and how it feels, and you have a gift so beautiful.
I just love
That's
animals.
fun.
What can I say?
Wow. And Jen says, oh, I love the sticks. There are always two ends to every stick, and we get to choose which end we focus on and how focusing on the positive end of any stick,
Mm.
any stick, lights up all the other positive ends of the stick. Brilliant.
Oh, I love that, Jen. Thank you.
Yeah.
So true.
Well, and one more. Yeah, Dave, I so agree. And her giggle is infectious in the best way ever. It brings joy. So true. Oh, and it's always so fun to, yeah, isn't it fun to hear all these comments and to expand together?
It is.
It's amazing. Yeah, and talking about hearing about the sticks, that you explained. Um, so can you share a little bit how it shifted your life after Denver, after the Align and Shine weekend?
Well, after the Align and Shine weekend, I really was feeling my own alignment with
Mm-hmm.
my inner being, the center of who I am, and I just felt so good, so amazing, so beyond how I had ever felt before, and that alone shifted a lot for me. I just had this inner knowingness, and I felt this way before, but not as strongly. I just felt this
Mm-hmm.
inner knowingness of everything is working out for me. And when you
Wow.
feel that way, you live in a little bit different way than you have before. It's more of flowing and allowing things to come
Mm-hmm.
in rather than trying to force something to happen or trying to push your business into being or trying to find and seek out clients. It's more like, I know that everything is working out for me. I'm going to do what feels good, what feels inspired. So when you're living that way, you really start to feel your inspiration. You really start to feel all of a sudden, oh, I should go over here and do this. And you meet the most wonderful people, or this person that becomes
Mm-hmm.
a client that stays with you forever, or you just never know where it's going to lead you, but you know that it's leading you on that path of everything that you're seeking much more quickly than if you tried to just do it on your own. And for me, that's been so fun. So
Wow.
fun. So freeing.
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. And I love that you're saying everything is working out for me. Isn't it powerful?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
such a powerful statement. When you say it to yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you can feel the freedom in that. You can feel the relief in that. You can feel the excitement in that, just saying everything is working out for me. How amazing does it feel to say it? Try it. If you're at
Yeah.
home alone, try saying it out loud to yourself. It feels really good.
Oh, yeah. And, yeah, take this invitation by Carissa to just, say it out loud and feel how it resonates with you. Mm-mm. Well, Dave says, absolutely brilliant. I love how you shared that, Carissa. Everything in life is easy, and some things are easier than others.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Beautiful, Dave.
It is. And um, so, Carissa, well, a totally different question. So, if we ask one of your relatives or your spouse to, well, we're all about forward focus, right? But
Mhm.
if we just do something different, let's ask your spouse or your one of your relatives to describe the change in you. What do they see? Like from a year ago to now. Um, what kind of difference do they notice, or do they notice that you speak different, use different words, or um, how do they? Um, how would they describe that?
I would say that they would probably say I'm much happier. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've always been, not always, but most of my life, fairly happy, but I would say just so much more happy, joyful. I just enjoy so much more. Is one thing. I do use a little bit different language now and then than I used to. I think it's just more um, the teachings that I've been following the last couple of years. It really just I just
Mm-hmm.
have a new vocabulary, but they wouldn't really comment on that. I think more about the happiness. They would comment on also the the lack of anxiety. I was always
Mm.
very anxious, very shy when I was growing up for many, many years up until very, very recently. And it's kind of fun because my mother was actually commenting when I was home a couple weeks ago, helping them out after my dad had surgery. It was really funny because she had commented on, I'm going to go do a gallery. I do spiritual mediumship. And so I'm going to do a gallery down by their house at a place. And um, she said, you would never have done anything like that before.
Wow.
Be in front of, 60 people, just going with the flow and speaking in front of them and being comfortable. She's like, you never would have done anything like that before. And she just,
Wow.
it's so different from even a couple of years ago. And I would never do anything like this. I would never be online speaking and just doing like a little free flow interview. That would never be something that I would be interested
And
in
you're
doing.
such a natural.
And now I'm just like, yeah, let's have a conversation.
That's
That's so
beautiful.
different. So different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I used to
I
be so
just
shy.
love it. Yeah.
Can
Yes.
you
And
can you see that? No.
what?
I said,
No,
could you see me being shy? No, not anymore.
no, 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 not at all. Not at all. And I just, as I said, in Best Life, we are always forward focused. But, also for people who don't know Best Life or don't know how it is to live your best life, sometimes it's also inspiring to share the shifts, and to see, wow, it's amazing now that I do this interview, or like, yeah, I feel so free in front of a group of people, a big group of people, not only a few, but a big group of people. And meeting you in Denver, no, I would never ever say that you're shy. No, you're shining your light brightly. Yeah,
Yeah. I'd say that's probably the biggest difference that you'll notice is definitely my
yeah.
level of confidence and comfortability talking to new people and talking in front of people and things like that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Huge
And
difference.
feeling so relaxed about it,
Yeah.
don't you think? Also sometimes people can be, they seem confident, or they seem like, you know they just do it, but to feel it inside of you, that's a total different feeling.
Yes, I completely agree.
Yeah, so beautiful. Well, let's check some comments. Well, oh yeah, Jen says, and I so agree, Carissa, your energy is so inviting, inspiring, and comforting at the same time. So awesome. Thanks for shining your beautiful light.
I'd
So
say that's true
true.
for you too, Tineke. You're always so inviting and loving and draw out the best in people. And I think that's wonderful too. So I just wanted to tell you that while we're here.
Thank you so much. Wow. Maybe it's the best life vibe. Who
Yeah.
knows? Yeah. And Dave comments, yes, you seem so relaxed now. It's an amazing thing to feel. And from my perspective, it's so inviting and comforting. Yeah. Let me check. I will check oh, Josh is here. Hi, Josh. And um, oh, here's Espen. Everything works out for me. And he has all these emojis. uh, feel feels good and more to come.
Mm,
Let me check. Mm, well, there are some more, but they're but not coming up somehow. Oh yeah, Jen says, "Oh yes, the best life vibe." Mm-mm. And actually, people, it's contagious. You know,
it is in the best way.
yeah. In the best way. Yeah, that's true. I say it a little bit playful, but it's in the best way, right? So yeah. Wow. And um, uh, you are a coach for Best Life,
Yes.
and um, what do you like about it, and how do you feel it's a little bit different than um, other coaching, or like the traditional way of coaching?
Okay. Well, I love best lifestyle of coaching, and there's a lot of reasons for it. A lot of people don't know this, but my background is actually in mental health. I'm actually a counselor. I have a counseling background. I have a master's in counseling. So I used to do
Really?
therapy. Yes, we have
Oh,
something in
wow.
common. We have a lot in common now,
Yeah.
but
Oh, yeah.
and so I think about some of the traditional practices, and it's funny because a lot of like the client-centered stuff is really in line with a lot of the things that we do in Best Life, but that's not what people
Mm-hmm.
always use. But I think some of my favorite parts of being a coach with Best Life is that there's no push energy. There's no you have to
Yes.
do this or you have to try that or you have to push yourself out of your comfort zone to get anywhere. There's none of that. And because that
Mm-hmm.
really repels me, I have no interest in push energy at all. I don't like to be pushed to do things. I like to be inspired to do things.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, if I want to do it, if it feels good to me, and if it's something I'm a little nervous about, but I feel like it's a good thing and I want to do it, that's different than feeling nervous and somebody's pushing me to do it. So one of the things that I really love about Best Life is there isn't any push energy. We want you to follow your own internal guidance and find your way to all of the things that you're wanting. We're almost like just kind of guiding you, gently helping you shift and pivot towards the things that you want, and making you think about what is that you want. Because a lot of people don't think about the things that they want. They kind of think about what they think they can have.
Right.
And there's a huge difference in that too. And I just love how much we really emphasize following your own internal guidance system, doing
Mm-hmm.
what feels right for you, what feels good for you, and helping you to move forward towards that picture and vision of
Mm-hmm.
your best life. And I love that style of coaching. There's no replacement for that. There's no replacement for your own internal guidance system. And I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that we emphasize finding ways to really follow that and feel that and discern
Yeah.
what that's trying to tell you is just priceless. I mean, it's changed my life in so many ways,
Mm-hmm.
my clients' lives, in countless ways. And it feels so good. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. It doesn't feel pushy. It feels so good. And that's what I love about our style of coaching. It's like you get to a point of feeling better and better and better. And when everything lines up for you, everything is working out for you. And when you get to that point where you start to really feel that, oh, it's magic. Life,
Oh,
it's magical. It's wonderful.
oh, it's so beautiful, and that is, because we both have a background in traditional way of well therapy and coaching, etc.
Mhm.
And um, yeah, I just love how you explain it, the difference, and you know, um, and also, well, um, how it was, how many people are still doing the coaching. Well, that's perfect for them. But
Yeah.
if you want something different, if you want to have more flow, more happiness in your life, yeah, you know, figure it out. Join some coaching session with Carissa, or you know, it's so fun. Well, and there are many comments, so let me share them with you, Carissa. Um, Here we go. Oh yeah, this is Dave. This energy, wow, 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 wowzers. Yeah.
Oh, Dave, you're so fun.
Oh yeah. That's true as well. Dave is so fun. And Espen says, inspiring Carissa. Thanks for sharing inspired thoughts and feelings in your own beautiful, light, easy way. And Carissa, I just love that, because that is, I think, also when people meet you, that is what they feel. They feel, they don't hear anyone else, they hear you. And they don't see anyone else, they see you. And you have, yeah, you have this beautiful, authentic way of expressing yourself, but also, yeah, and expressing in so many different ways. It's beautiful. Love it. Thank you, Espen, for this beautiful comment. And Jen? Oh, yes, it's all about what feels good to you. Yes.
It is. It is.
And she also says our diversity is so powerful. Yeah. Um, you know, and that's also what you're sharing, right, Carissa? Like, well, you're you, and your client is someone else.
Yes.
And to really to let him or her feel and trust their inner guidance system.
Yes. Everybody is their own unique self. We think about, how snowflakes, every single one might have the same components, but they're all so completely different, so unique. And we are the same way. We are all completely unique. And just because we're humans and we might have some things in common, we're still completely different from each other. And so, how would we expect one blanket thing to really help a person? And, they teach this in a lot of therapy modalities too, about every person is unique, treat them as a whole person. And so that's what we do at Best Life too, is we treat everybody as a unique whole being. And it's just so wonderful. And I was thinking about, we're talking about following your own inner guidance. And there was something that I've been thinking about a lot lately, and it's discernment. And discernment is
Right.
finding out whether something is coming from your internal guidance or not. And one thing that I think about with that is, in order to really determine if something doesn't feel good to do, or it doesn't feel good in the moment. Okay, so one way that you can figure this out is, okay, if you're not feeling very good, it's kind of hard to get a good read on whether something actually feels good to do, whether it's actually part of your internal guidance system telling you not to do it, or if you're just not feeling good. So one way that I teach people to really discern your internal guidance is to first, okay, you're not feeling very good. It's not a very good space to decide whether you should do something or not, right? So I say,
Right.
let's feel a little bit better. And what would feel a little bit better? And what would feel a little bit better? Climb that emotional ladder until you get to the point of feeling good, feeling satisfied or above. When you're in that space of feeling satisfied or above, that's when you can really determine your own internal guidance. So when you're feeling good, you can determine, okay, does that thing really still not feel good to do? Okay, it doesn't. So that's not for me. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm going to go do something else and maybe come back to that thing. Maybe it'll be right at another time. Or maybe it does feel good to do now. Okay, it was just because I wasn't feeling good, but now it feels okay to do that thing. I'm going to go do that thing. So it gives you that level of discernment, because when you're feeling good, you're not in that space of everything just feels bad, right? So it kind of helps you to determine whether your internal guidance system is telling you not to do something, or if you're just not feeling good about much at that moment. So that's one thing that I've always kind of mentioned to
Wow.
people is if you're feeling good, it helps you discern more what your internal self, your higher self is trying to
Mm-hmm.
tell you which direction to go or what to do next versus if you're just not feeling very good in the moment and it's hard to determine if it's just an emotional reaction or if it's your inner guidance.
Hallelujah. Oh, thank you so much, Carissa, for your wisdom. It's beautiful. And, all these beautiful, well, the beautiful things you share and what really helps people to move forward. That's fun. And Dave says, gently guiding you to your best life. I love that. And yes, it's what feels good to you. It's individual and unique. So freeing. Love it.
Yes,
Yeah.
so freeing.
Yeah. So agree. And well, Carissa, we will wrap this up. It was awesome, amazing, so fun to have you here. And, if you're watching this and you feel like, oh, I would love to have a coaching session with Carissa, you know, her name is in this post. So check her out and reach out to her. She works also online. You don't have to live in her neighborhood to have some coaching and guidance from her. Um, and also because maybe you are inspired to become a best life coach. Hearing Carissa share in the most amazing way. Um, Check it out. We have some coaching certification classes coming up, and send a message to Best Life, and you will get information. And it's fun, it's exciting, it's expanding, and all perfect. Wow, are you drinking from a Best Life mug? Really?
Yeah, it says best life bestie, create the life you love, and then the best life creation society, you are more than you know. And this my partner in crime, Tracy Koba, she's also a coach with Best Life, and we share an office together. She makes these cups, and so this is one that she created for the besties. And I was like, I'm just drinking out of my Best Life cup, living
Oh,
my best
yeah, cheers. That's awesome. Wow. So fun. Well, thank you, Carissa. Are there some things that you love to share, that we haven't talked about and you feel like, well, in these last 2 minutes, or um, I love to share this, or.
I could share so much.
Oh, yeah.
Once I start talking, you can't shut me up anymore. So it's really hard. There's so much I could
And we
share,
love
but
it.
we can always share more another time too.
Yes. Oh, I would love that
Yeah.
so much.
But if anybody does want to reach out to me, I do have a Facebook page too. It's called Light of Hope Healing. And so it's at
Wow.
Light of Hope Healing if you look me up. That's a good way to get a hold of me professionally. If you want life coaching or anything else, that's a good way to get a hold of me as well.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Carissa. And thank you all for watching and participating. Um, it has been wonderful. And it's so beautiful to have you here and to support this Facebook Live with your energy as well, and to help each and everyone to move forward. So thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. And well, see you next time.
Thank you all so much. We love you.
Awesome. We love